Hello everyone, so welcome to today's video. We are doing a full face tutorial from start to finish. I've got some new things that I want to use and play with today, so I thought why not turn the camera on since I'm going to be playing with these products and kind of just talk you through everything that I'm using and just do my makeup with you guys. So I've got some new things, some really great things to try that I am excited about, and I could not wait to sit down and film and put this product on my face. So I'm going to kind of talk you through my entire routine start to finish, and we're just going to play with all the new stuff that I've gotten in the mail recently. So I hope you will enjoy it, and if you want to see this entire look, then just keep watching. So I have a little bit of the Fourth Ray, the Daily Face Moisturizer. This is a mini that came in a set. So I put that on all over to add a little extra moisture. Then under my eyes, I use the Tula Rose Glow and Get It. It's a cooling eye balm with a little bit of a shimmer for brightening. So I have that all under the eye. And then on my lips, I have a little bit of the KAB Cosmetics. It's the Je ne sais quoi. It's the lip treatment, the hydrating lip treatment, because my lips have been dry and they don't look the best. But I have used the Je ne sais quoi products in this line of lip care that they have, and I have enjoyed them, and it's been years, so I picked this up again, and I actually like it. It's very thick and silky feeling on the lips, but it's not sticky. It does turn into that pretty pink shade, so that's what you're seeing on my lips. So now we need to go into some primer, and I'm going to use my Stila One Step Correct primer. I had ordered a primer from, what is that brand? Lorac, the glass skin primer. That is supposed to be like a hybrid between like an oil and a primer that's hydrating. And I can use all the moisture I can get these days. So I ordered that, and I ordered their foundation and concealer to try it. But that order is taking quite some time to get here. Not sure why, because I've ordered things since placing that order from other brands, and I've gotten my stuff pretty quick, so I don't know, but when it gets here we'll play with those things. Okay, so I have that all over. I think today I want to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury again. This is the Airbrush Flawless Foundation in shade 2 Neutral. A few pumps. I think 2 pumps will be good today. I don't know if you can see, but it's turning a little bit more pink, that product on my lips. It's really, really nice. Very nice shade. And I did a first impressions video kind of doing that Charlotte glow, and I'll link it in the cards if you haven't seen it. But it's a really nice foundation, and it blends nicely, and I'm just hoping that it continues to work. This is the first time that I am using the Fourth Ray moisturizer. I have been using the Milk Makeup one and face oils, so I'm trying this one out for the first time today. And I'm going to just kind of blend this under the eye as well. I have the Tarte CC Under Eye Corrector. I want to use this. This is in the shade light to medium. This is the only light shade that they have, and I did recently order this, and I'm going to just use my ring finger. So it is light to medium, and I'm hoping that it'll work. Seems very kind of glossy and emollient. Can you see that? So we'll see, but I love my Charlotte Tilbury under eye corrector, but I wanted to try another one, and I used to use their CC. It looked like this, but it was like I think it was like a primer for the eye, but it was like a jumbo crayon kind of thing. And I'm going to just go ahead and use my Magic Away concealer because the new one that I ordered from Lorac has not arrived. Just hope that that package isn't lost because it's been like 2 weeks already. So I have the Magic Away in shade number 3 Fair. I also used this in my last video. Really like this concealer. And I just kind of dab it on and I blend it in with my damp sponge because I don't like blending my concealers with these types of applicators, and just use the same beauty sponge and just kind of blend that. And I also like to pull it down because it is a little on the light side, so I like it because it does provide coverage but also brightness. And it's so gloomy. We have snow outside, you guys. Hasn't been too bad here in Colorado, but I feel like it's just prepping us for really bad snow coming in January. I have a feeling that's what it's going to be. But it's okay because I don't go anywhere, so it doesn't bother me. A little bit more here. For setting powder, I want to try the Tarte. This is the Fair Light Neutral Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation. I ordered this with the CC corrector, and I like how it has like a mesh lining. I've taken the tape off, and when you do that, it makes a mess, but it has that kind of mesh center. So as you dip your brush, it picks up the product, and then the cap actually has a built-in plastic that sits inside of that, so it's not shifting around. If you've used like the bare metals, like the old school one, before they created a locking cap to the sifter, it used to make a mess. And I think that's the thing that people dislike the most when it comes to loose minerals, because it can be quite messy. So I think I'm going to use a very light fluffy brush. This is the ColourPop F28 to just pick up a little bit of this and hope that it's the right shade. And it does make a mess. But I'm going to just do a very tiny dusting of this all over. I got this specifically, this powder from Tarte, to go over my Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Moisturizer. So whenever I use that, I can use this product to just elevate the coverage a little bit, especially the times that I use my beauty sponge or a brush. With that one, with Bare Minerals, the best is using your fingers to apply. That's the most coverage that you're going to get. But if I want to use like my sponge or a brush to just make it even faster and quicker, the routine, I wanted something that I can use to bump up that coverage a little bit, so that's why I got this. Okay, so for my under eyes, I'm just going to use my Hourglass Veil Translucent Powder to set my concealer before it creases on me. And then I'm going to go into a little bit of eyeshadow primer. And for primer today, I have chosen to bust out my Urban Decay Primer Potion. So I'm going to use this. I've been using the Milani one, but I want to use Urban Decay today. And I just also use my sponge to blend that out. I don't have anything new for brows, so I'm going to do my e.l.f. brow product off camera, and then I'll be right back. Brows are done. It looks a little harsh because I have nothing else on my face, but the next product that I am going to be using, I'm super excited about, and it is from Hourglass, and I have like fingerprints all over it because I've been using it as a mirror. But this is the Ambient Lighting Edit palette, and I have wanted one of these. I have it upside down because of the glare with the mirror, but you have some ambient lighting powders, you have bronzer, blush, 2 different blushes here, and so you have 6 products total in this one. They do have one, I want to say they have like trios, and I've seen like quads that look like this with different face products, but this is something that I've always wanted. So I'm going to take my Sigma F23, this is the angle contour brush, and I'm going to go into the bronzer. And I've washed all my brushes, and I have them all in front of me, and I can't tell you how good that makes me feel to actually have clean brushes. It's the little things, right? So I'm going to take some of this on here. Whoa, very, very pigmented. And I'm going to kind of sculpt this up. But look how easily that's blending. I know it looks a little bit harsh because of the lighting. I have to maybe adjust the lighting for you guys. Okay, so I adjusted the lighting a little bit to make it a little bit brighter, but we're dealing with some not so great lighting today. But do you see how it was intense and then it just sort of diffused and blended out? Very, very nice formula. And I'm so glad because, you know, there's nothing worse than spending so much money, something so high-end, and then it just doesn't work. Or you're just not happy with it. So I'm putting the most product back here, and it's, like I said, it looks harsh, but don't come for me yet. Let me work some magic here. And just go down my nails with it as well. with whatever's left. I'm not really picking up any more to do the side nose contour. Okay, so I'm going to switch my brush and I'm going to go in with something a little bit fluffier. This is the ColourPop F32 and I'm going to go in with the light one in the center, and this one is called Diffuse Light. And yes, when I said that out loud, it instantly brought me back to 2009, so I think that was it. And I'm going to go under the eye and right here, the triangle motion here, to not only brighten but also add a little bit of something there. And then with the ColourPop F33, I'm going to take the light pink one, which is the dim light, and I'm going to use that as my highlight. Ooh, yes, pretty. These are all going to be like super soft, very ethereal kind of glow. It's not going to be super blinding. If you like highlight but you want something that looks softer, more like it's beaming from your skin from within, these are definitely the formula for you. If you have more mature skin and you want to do the highlighting, because everybody does it and it looks so beautiful and it just gives that youthful look to the skin, but you don't want anything with visible shimmer or any glitter, because I can't stand glitter in my highlight, and I don't like thick chunky particles either. I want it to look good, but I also have my moments where I go overboard with highlight and I want it to be noticeable. I want you to see me coming on certain days on certain days, but then just for like every day, for it to look like my skin is just in the healthiest state possible without looking like an obvious shimmer, this is the formula. This one here, number 3, is called Glistening Strobe Light, and that has a little bit of a bronzy kind of vibe to it, but I feel like it'll be really pretty. So you know what, I'm gonna take some of that too and go right over the tops of my cheekbone. And it doesn't look dark. I thought it was gonna look a little too dark for my skin tone, because in person it looks a little bit more I don't want to say bronze, but it has a bit of a deeper tone, and I thought it would be a little much for my skin, but it's not. It's really pretty. I picked up 2 new eyeshadow palettes very recently. One is from KAB Cosmetics. They have their day and night palette, and I have purchased products like lip products, which I have some, maybe I might use them today. And I've talked about them before in the past, and I really enjoy their formulas. I bought one of their newer lip kits and lip oils. So they came out with their first eyeshadow palette, and this is the day and night, and I will show you what that looks like. And it's got warm tones, it's got some peach, it's got a few kind of cooler tones, and then a few like these little like pops of color, and I think it looks really nice and really, really pretty. I'm going to take a crease brush and I'm going to go in with the shade called Sand, and it's the matte shade. You don't have a whole lot of mattes, but you have a good range of mattes, so I'm going to go in with this one here. And I haven't tried the formula. It seems to have some good ratings. Not too many reviews on their website, but from the photos on their Instagram page and the comments that some of their followers and customers have left, they seem to enjoy the formula. So we're going to see. And that one actually blended out quite nicely. And I'm using this little crease brush from Milani. It's one of the ones that come in their little jet set travel set. It's like a 3-piece brush set that I got a couple months ago. And it's a really good brush. Really, really soft. So this did blend out actually quite nicely. So far that one is a good one. I like the color called Starlight, which is this one here. So I think I'm going to go for that on my lid and just go for it. And I'm going to use a Sigma E55. Oh, that's pretty. It's not super, super cool, but it's also not very warm. It's a nice kind of like neutrally shade. And I'm just going to kind of use the edge of my brush to kind of wedge that into where my natural crease is, so it's not like a gap between my lid and the sand color. But that is so pretty. Yes, and that went on like a dream. So I'm going to go in with the ColourPop E22, which is a more precise pointed crease brush, and I think I want to start by building up the sand shade first that I have already in my crease, putting most of it on this outer part here and then kind of blending it into my natural crease. And I do want to add a little bit of depth to this outer V area, so I'm going to switch to a smaller brush. I'm going to take a very small, almost like a pencil style brush. Change of plans. I'm going to switch to a small brush for eyeshadow application, and I'm going to take the shade called Cocoa, which is a deep kind of reddish brown, and I'm going to use, whoa, that one looks like it's got some serious pigment, and I'm going to just stamp this right on this outer edge right here. And then I'm going to go in with that brush that I initially was planning on using, and I'm going to work that with nothing on it and just blend those edges. And that color really required very, very minimal blending, and it looks really good. I'm very, very impressed so far. So good job, KAB Cosmetics. And then going back in with a little bit more sand and adding a little bit more into the crease. Just a pinch, not a whole lot. This is the Morphe E36. It's such a great brush. I'm going to start off with Cocoa first. And I'm going to apply that right here where it connects on this outer edge to my outer V. And just going to blend that right over the top of sand. Then I'm going to take a clean brush and I'm going to use a color called Naked, which is this light one here. It's coming off quite peachy on camera. It has a little bit of peach into the like undertone, but it's not too bad. I'm going to use that for my brow highlight, which is another thing that isn't in this palette. You don't have a very light kind of shimmer for highlighting the brow bone and inner corner, and you also don't have a black eyeshadow or a dark brown for liner or for really dark crease work. But that Cocoa that I have is pretty dark. I didn't use as much as I possibly could, but that can very well be built up for some real darkness on the outer corner or even in the crease. So it's not a bad thing, it's just something to note. I do want to add a pinch of this Georgia Peach color, which is right next to Naked, and it is matte and it has like very bright peach. Just a pinch of that, and I'm going to go kind of like a halo effect right above the sand, and I'm just barely grazing my skin with the very tip of the brush because I don't want to add too much. I'm not trying to go super heavy with the warm tones for this look, but I do want to add a little bit of depth, and maybe you can see the difference that just did versus this eye that doesn't have any. Just a little bit. There are two really light shades in the very top row. You have Imagine and Wonder. One is more white and one is more of like your kind of bone beige color. And I'm going to take a very small brush, if I can grab it, the E29 from ColourPop, and I'm going to go in with the shade called Imagine. This one is more of the white shade. And that's going to go into my inner corner as a highlight. Do you see how bright that just made the inner corner? Take a little bit of that. KAB Cosmetics is not messing around. Take a little bit of that and go around the brow bone as well, just to kind of create that lifted brow effect. And you know what? Since we're already here, I might as well do the Transforming Hello Light, which is that soft shimmer. Add a little bit of that right over the top in the inner corner, and that's just going to intensify how this looks. Well, I'm bright. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And then for liner, I think I'm going to go into the It Cosmetics. It Cosmetics has the shade called Allure, which is almost like a very dark graphite gray, almost black. And it's not your stark black, but it's pigmented. And I'm going to take a little bit of that as my liner. On an angle brush, this is well, it rubbed off the name and number, so I can't even tell you. Just an angled liner brush would work. I'm going to tightline with my Maybelline gel liner. As you guys know, that's my go-to. And I'm going to do some mascara. I don't have a new one. I'm trying to continue using the Charlotte Tilbury, so I'm going to do that. And then I think I'm going to do a little bit of blush. So I'm going to finish that off camera, and then So I tightlined and added some of that Pillow Talk mascara to my lashes. I did 2 good coats. I took off the It Cosmetics lip treatment because I think I want to go in with some of the KAB Cosmetics lip products. They came out with some new lip kits, and I have been wanting to try their lip kits. And I have purchased their individual lipstick bullets previously from their nude collection, and some that have that gray packaging from their initial launch when they first started creating lip products. And then they came out with lip kits. So in the lip kits, you will get a pencil sharpener, the lipstick, the matching lip liner, and the gloss that goes with whichever one you choose. And then I'm going to go lightly, and I think this is their new gel formula. And right off the bat, I can already tell you that this is a very like brownish nude. So I'm going to go light. This is what the Dim the Light color looks like. It looks like it's exactly like the, well, it's actually a little lighter. Okay. It's much lighter. And they have that vanilla scent. And so the gloss is a little bit more of a brownish nude. The lipstick has a little bit more pink in it. All right, so there is the Dim the Lights with all 3 pieces. I do think that honestly, the lip liner is just a little too dark for my preference. It's very brown on me. But I think if I lined and filled my lips entirely and then went over it with some sort of lipstick, whether it's this one or a gloss or something like that, it would be fine. But the lip kit, it's pigmented, creamy, it's very much there. You can see it. The formula feels great. It's just a little bit deeper than I expected or anticipated. So it's not really a negative, but it's something that I'm going to mention because I thought it was going to be a little bit more with a little bit more pink. I don't know what I was expecting. Maybe the pictures just seem a little different online than what you see in person. But anyways, moving on, I do want to add a pinch of blush, and I have the It Cosmetics Radiance Ombre Radiance Blush. This is a limited edition in the shade called Wineberry Flush. It came in a set, and this is what it looks like. This is like their ombre. I've been wanting to try one of their ombre blushes. So it goes from light to dark, and it's shimmer to matte. And this is like a shimmery pink, and then in here you can probably see a bit of like a peachy warmth, and then you have that wine kind of berry tone. So I need to get a blush brush, and I'm going to use the ColourPop F30, and I'm going to try to stick to the matte side and just pick up the smallest amount because you can see it on my brush. It's very, very pigmented, and I don't feel like I need a whole lot of blush, but I do want to use this. So I'm going to focus this more on the apples of my cheek and then just kind of swirl and blend it up. I should have done this earlier, but I wasn't quite sure if I was going to do blush today or not. So that is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know the lighting is not the best today, but this is really the only opportunity that I have to sit down and do my makeup like fully like this and sit and talk with you guys. We've got so much stuff going on, you know, with the holidays, homeschooling and all that kind of stuff, and this is what I've got. So I hope you guys like the look. So far, I really have enjoyed everything. I don't feel like I'm disappointed at all with anything. The lip kit is just a little darker than I was thinking, but that's not a negative thing. I can always still use it because I do like the end result with the 3 products layered together. The eyeshadow blended out quite nicely. The KAB Cosmetics inner corner highlight that I've got going on is very in your face, very bright, and I like that. The foundation, I have been enjoying that, and I've done a video on it, and I'm very impressed with it. Still am today after using it a few times, and I like it. So I like my makeup for today, and I'm ready to tackle the rest of my day. So check out the description box. I will have everything listed for you down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Also hit the thumbs up button. Give this video a like. It helps me out, and it lets me know if you guys are enjoying the content that I'm putting up on the channel, because that's what I'm here for, to put products into videos and create certain types of videos that you guys want to see. So let me know what you want to see from me next. I have a couple recommendations and also some requests, so I'm going to be working on that. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think of the look and the products, and I appreciate you so much for being here with me today. You can follow me on Instagram. It's always on the screen, and I'll see you there.